All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Dana Beckers, and I am the Director of Parent and Family Programs here at the University of Alabama. And we are here with Randy Ham, who is the Manager of First Gen Programs. We are so excited that Randy is going to be here, and we're going to talk to you today about lots of initiatives, programs, things that your student can be a part of as being a first gen student here at the University of Alabama. I am going to now turn it over to Randy, and she is going to share a presentation with you.
Hi, parents and families, First Gen. We are so excited that you're here. I'm so excited that your student is here. Hopefully, I've already connected with them, but if not, hopefully you can share this information with them so that then we can connect. So just wanted to take a few minutes to really give you a pretty high-level overview of our First Gen programming here at the University of Alabama. I'm going to do this using the same slide deck that I use whenever I do info sessions. So I'm going to share my screen to go ahead and pull that up. So let's jump right in. The first thing that we want to do is define who is a first-gen college student. You've probably seen this definition or maybe aware of it because you're in this group, so you're familiar. But just to confirm and clarify, a first-gen college student is one whose parents did not complete a 4-year college degree. To be very specific there, what we mean is maybe you have a 2-year associate's degree. Maybe you attended college but did not complete. Maybe you have a trade education. All of that still means that your student is a first gen college student. Maybe you are a grandparent or an aunt or an uncle who has taken guardianship of the student. They are first gen if neither one of their parents completed a 4-year college degree. So that is our broad definition that we use. Our students mark some things on their admissions application when they apply to the university that denotes that they would be first gen, and then that attribute is added to their information. From there, I can pull that data, and that's how we pulled the data to also get you into this group. So if you feel like that's actually not my child or my student, you can let us know and we can update that. As with data, we're always making sure it's accurate so that we're using it appropriately. I want to give you some numbers because a lot of people don't realize just how big our first gen population here is at UA. So we're going to jump back to 2021, 2 years ago, and kind of progress forward. You can see here on the slide in front of you that about 11% of our freshman class in 2021 self-identified as first gen. Again, that's based on how they answered some questions on their admissions application. We saw a very large jump in 2022. We've seen about 22% of our freshman class self-identifying, and then that was about a 12% increase. And what is super exciting is that we have 25% of this current freshman class that identifies as first gen. And that has definitely, I've seen it anecdotally because I sent out mailings, emails before Bama Bound, before your student came. Many of you I might have met at Bama Bound because we tabled, and we have seen an amazing high level of engagement from our students already this semester, and we are just getting started. So the exciting thing is that our community is growing. And also, just to let you guys know, I was a first gen student here at Alabama, a handful or 4 years ago. Nothing like this existed. So I did not even know what first gen meant. I did not know I was a first gen student until after I moved away and kind of lived some fun adventure in New York City and eventually came back to the state of Alabama, back to Tuscaloosa after I had children about 7 years ago. I started working at the university. That's when I heard the term first gen and realized, that was me. And all of a sudden, a lot of my college experience started to make sense because I realized that's why I didn't really know what was going on and didn't have support helping me figure it out. So it's fun to be on this side of things as our community is growing. Legacy Scholars is the name of our first gen community here on campus. We are comprised of first gen students, but also first gen faculty and staff, as well as faculty and staff who maybe weren't first gen, but realized that our first gen population may need a little extra support in helping them navigate this experience. So they are also part of our community. Our tagline is what you do is your history, and what you set in motion is your legacy. So that's why we use this term legacy scholars. We want to make sure that your student coming into our first gen community knows that they are creating a new legacy for their family. They are the first ones who will complete this 4-year education, which is inspiring, exciting. When I first took this job and I started telling my daughter about what first gen meant, she would hear me talk about it. She's 9. And then when I got done explaining it and she understood why I was putting all these hours into preparing for this interview, she said, well, Mama, I wish that you could go back to school and just not finish so that I could be a first gen student. And I laughed and I thought that was the sweetest thing, because she recognized how important and impactful it is to be that first gen, that first person starting that new legacy in your family. So that is what Legacy Scholars is all about. Our primary goal is to create a campus-wide network of support for our entire first gen community. Some of the things that we do within Legacy Scholars, we do monthly community dinners. These are just low-key opportunities for us to get together as a community. We feed your students, of course, and we just hang out. So there's no agenda to these meetings. There's not a speaker. We're not necessarily presenting new information. We're just community building. I have a stack of icebreaker cards where we kind of put those out and we just have conversation. We move between tables. We just get to know each other. I found that having a more programmatic aspect to these meetings really took away from the community building, because we didn't have time to actually get to know each other. So I took that away and ended up just deciding, let's do these monthly community dinners. But then to ensure that your student is getting the information that they need, we do workshops throughout the month, throughout the semester. We do them specifically in the Capstone Center for Student Success. That's where I am housed in Russell Hall, which I'll talk about in a moment. So for example, and at the end of September, we are doing an off-campus housing workshop. So we are having someone from our off-campus housing department come in and talk to our students about how to think about signing leases and what you need to know, because already our students are going to be signing leases for next year. That is something a first-gen student might not realize is already happening. And then we have a new FAFSA coming down the line, if you are not aware. So a new FAFSA will be released in December. We encourage all of our students, regardless of financial situation, to complete the FAFSA every single year. So in October, we will have a FAFSA workshop where someone from financial aid will come share information with the students, what they need to know. And then in the spring, we do a scholarships workshop. Kind of the same deal, regardless of financial situation. We encourage all of our students to fill out a scholarship application every single year. That is always due in March. So we have the director of scholarships come and share information with our students to make sure that they are completing the absolute best application that they can to make themselves eligible for any scholarships that they might be eligible for. And then we also do a lot of things like promoting events that the colleges are doing. One of my big goals is to connect your student to their specific college that they are majoring in. So I want to make sure that they're actually engaging with and plugging into the opportunities that the colleges have. We also have a faculty and staff mentoring component. That is where I'm in deep right now. I've actually got the survey out to the students right now where they can request a faculty or staff mentor. I've got over 100 faculty and staff who are willing to give their time and mentor our first-gen students. So by the end of September, those connections will be made. We have a couple of connections events in September to have that mentor-mentee meet, and then they meet once a month and talk much more in between. And all mentors are always invited to all of our community dinners to, again, help build that campus-wide network of support. We will have a first-gen week of celebration in November. This is UA's first time doing a full week of celebration. So we've got events lined up for the entire week of November 6th through the 11th. Super excited about that. More details to come. And then we have special resources that are available only to our first-gen students. For example, right outside the door of my office is a computer lab on the 3rd floor of Russell Hall, and we have free printing for students engaged in our programs. So that's a resource that is available only to students who are engaged with one of our programs. So that includes anyone in Legacy Scholars. I do want to take a moment to talk about scholarships. This is oftentimes the first thing people think of or reach out to me for, but I want to be very clear. My office provides very little direct financial support to first-gen students. With a population of 25% of the freshman class being first-gen, you can understand that we are unable to support all first-gen students financially. So unfortunately, that is not something we are able to offer, but I do want to make you aware of what we do out of this office. So we do have a very small scholarship program that I oversee for incoming freshmen. We do prioritize in-state students for that, and that is part of the general scholarship application when students apply to the university. So of course, for 2023, those awards have already been given. And unless a student were to drop off of that scholarship because they leave the university or they are no longer eligible for the scholarship, those are locked in and they are not available to current students. However, with current students, this has been a big push for me. I am doing everything I can and trying to become best friends with everyone in advancement to grow the funding that we do have for current students. As it stands right now, I only have two one-time $1,000 scholarships each year that I'm able to give out for the next year. And that's great and exciting, but of course it only supports 2 students. So last year I was able to get some more funding. I ended up being able to give out about 8 awards to current students. We are going to prioritize students who have been engaged in Legacy Scholars for that. But again, very small amount of direct financial assistance. Now, what I do try to do for students is if someone comes to me and they realize I've got an unpaid bill of, say, $500. I cannot register for my courses until this bill gets paid, and I have no way to pay it. There's just absolutely no way. My family can't help me. I don't have the money. I'm not going to be able to return to Alabama. Then I start working on the back end with people to see what we can do to support students in that way. But that's going to be a case-by-case emergency situation. The way that I really believe in supporting students is, again, going back to something I said earlier, is making sure students are doing everything they possibly can to be eligible for every scholarship that is out there. So every single year by March 1, students should apply for current student scholarships. It's something that's found on MyBama. We walk with them through that in our workshop, and they should have a wonderful resume with engagement and involvement. And of course, we're looking at a strong GPA. So we are doing a lot of things throughout the semester to make sure students have all of those things so that when they do apply for current student scholarships, they are able to access whatever might be available. Those are typically coming directly from the college. There are a few UA specific. And then, as I mentioned, I have a couple that I'm hoping to grow. So that's a little bit about how we are able to support our students financially. I do keep kind of a snack pantry in my office. So anytime a student needs a quick snack, I try to keep healthy options in there like granola bars and nuts and things like that. But I do have some unhealthy chips too, because that's what they want. So I have a whole bunch of snacks that they can always grab when they're running by. I always keep water on hand. So I do try to help the students in that way as well. So just to remind you, I kind of said it earlier, but to put it in front of you on this slide, we are part of the Capstone Center for Student Success. We are a wonderful area on campus. We house 8 different support services for our students. I make sure our first-gen students are well aware of what those support services are that run throughout our building. We are located in Russell Hall. You can see the picture here in front of you. And then we're just on the corner of University and Hackberry, so very easy access. I am housed up on the 3rd floor of Russell Hall, and I want to take a moment to remind you or let you know that we are going to be part of the open house for Parent and Family Weekend, which is Friday, September 21st from 12 to 2. 3rd floor of Russell Hall. We are actually part of the FYE Friday. So if your student is mentioning something about FYE Friday, I don't know what it is, but they're giving us a lot of lunch and free food. That's what it is. FYE stands for First Year Experience. That is one of the departments that's located in the Capstone Center. So we partner as much as we can among our different support services and our different departments. So for that FYE Friday, which falls on Parent and Family Weekend, Friday, September 21st, you will see a lot of different people that are part of the Capstone Center all included in that lunch. So again, it runs from 12 to 2. Friday, September 21st. I want to note that you do not have to have bought a ticket for Parent and Family Weekend to attend that. So if you are here just to visit, if you are coming in for the game that weekend, which is Ole Miss, or you are now hearing about this opportunity and want to come be a part of it, you are welcome to come to that FYE Friday. Come visit with me. We'll have a first-gen Legacy Scholars area set up separate from the big area where we're having lunch so that we can talk and get to know each other. But again, you do not have to have a ticket for Parent and Family Weekend to attend this. All are welcome. I want to leave you just with some frequently asked questions. I'm going to just leave this up here for a moment. So if you would like to take a screenshot or take a picture of it, you can. But I won't necessarily go over everything. But real quick, students do not have to apply for Legacy Scholars. All they have to do is sign up on our mailing list. This PowerPoint is going to be provided for you, I believe, or has been. So there's a direct link for students to sign up, but they can also just Google UA Legacy Scholars and it'll pull up where they can sign up and join our mailing list. That is how they become part of Legacy Scholars. There's no application. We do have some things within Legacy Scholars that are application based, but just being a part of our community is not. It is open to all first gen students. And then the first gen scholarships, I kind of mentioned a little bit about that. So once your student gets plugged in, they're going to hear about any opportunities. And then I do mention there the financial support, which I already went over a little bit of everything that we try to do to make sure students are getting as much financial support as they can outside of our office. And then here's my information. So again, my name is Randy Ham. My email is randy.ham@ua.edu. You are welcome to email me. I work very closely with your student, whereas Dana and her team work directly with you guys. I work directly with the students, and then we partner together to make sure that you all feel supported. So please reach out to me, but also encourage your student to reach out to me so that I can get them plugged into everything we have going on. And then we have all of our information, including an up-to-date list of all our events for each month on our website. So that is a little bit about First Gen and Legacy Scholars. I'm going to quit sharing my screen now and hop back over to Dana.
Thanks so much, Randy. One really quick correction. Randy, you were saying Friday, September 21st. It's actually Friday, September 22nd. So for the open house. So just wanted to make sure everybody realized it's Friday, September 22nd. Randy shared so many wonderful events and programs, things that are coming up that are for your student. And you are part of the First Gen community within Crimson Connection. So Crimson Connection is the parent and family e-newsletter that comes out. And so you will automatically get some of the reminders as well. So you won't get everything because we want to make sure the students are doing things for themselves, but like the First Gen week that's in November, those type of things. So make sure that you're talking to your student about it, encouraging them to attend or asking how it went, that type of thing. So we are here to help. We want to make sure that you have all of your questions answered. You can always ask me as well, but we are so glad that you joined us today for this bit of First Gen information. Y'all, everybody have a good day. Bye.